This is going to look so strange. I'm not going to eat my cereal in front of you, but listen, Coach T here with you. I wanted to come in really fast. Me and my lights is just, I wanted to come in real fast and speak to my premarital couples because I know I'm always speaking to my spouses, but I wanted to come in today and speak to my premarital couples. Listen, as we are quickly approaching the Valentine holiday. This is like engagement season, right? This is like engagement season. And so I have been getting like an overload, which I'm thankful for, of couples that are, really interested in the premarital guidance. And so one of the questions I asked on there about premarital guidance is, why do you want to get married? Like, what is your reason for wanting to get married, right? And so a lot of times I'm getting like, well, it's just the right thing to do. I feel like, we've been together for a long time. We love each other. So, it's just the right thing to do. And that's all great. I'm not saying that's a wrong answer. But what I am saying is, you don't get married just because it's the right thing to do, okay? You don't get married because you just love each other. You don't get married because, you can't see yourself with nobody else. You don't get married for that reason. You get married because you are ready to walk this journey with someone else and face whatever that comes your way. Now, I know to the world, culture, marriage have like a bad rep for itself. Like so many people look at marriage as a prison, like as a prison thing. Like this is it. Like, life is over after this. And it's not. It's not. One of the most beautiful things about marriage, and especially about premarital, let me speak about that part. One of the most beautiful things about premarital is the investment that you're making ahead of time before getting married. A lot of people wish they would have journeyed through premarital counseling. And I say it's a beautiful thing because you are actually taking the time out to invest in your future marital covenant. And that's a big deal. So many people are like, of course, like I said, you can go to church and, I think church give you like a certain discount and, it's nothing wrong with that. But some people actually want to invest, spend a little bit more for the investment. And the reason I say spend a little bit more because whatever you put into your investment or whatever you put into your premarital journey, it's what you're going to get out of it in your marriage. If you're just trying to do something like quick, a one-day thing, or let me just do like an hour, session online, let me just get this quick online book and let's go. That's what you're going to get. Right? That's what you're going to get. But if you actually take the time and let somebody journey with you and help you walk through what the marital covenant is all about. Marriage is not just premarital counseling. It's not just about, we just did it so we can just check that off and that's it. No, premarital guidance is about learning about the marital covenant, learning the ins and outs about marriage before making that commitment to say, I do. Listen, this is a lifetime commitment. This is a lifetime commitment. And so many people take this commitment and just kind of like casually, do the stuff that you're supposed to do ahead of time. And then they walk into it like, oh, I have to marry now. And they have no idea what's getting ready to take place. So if you are in the season of marital bliss, you are in the season where, engagement is your portion and you're ready to take serious inquiries is what I always say. People that have making a decision to be serious about the marital covenant. If you're in that season, I would highly recommend you to sign up for your premarital guidance. Don't take the easy road. Don't just say, oh, I'm just doing it this for this one day. I'm going to just, you want to get it. Don't eat all those big chunks at one time. You want to get it broken down. You want to have the time so you can actually learn, so you can ask questions. One of the highlights in my services is I give couples that intimate one-on-one. I know a lot of times people do groups and you get your book and you fill in the blanks, you fill in your answers. Okay, the pastor said this, or the facilitator said this or whatever. But one of the things I enjoy doing with my couples and why I'm so big on doing the one-on-ones with my couples is because you get to be vulnerable. You are in a safe place. You get to express yourself. You get to ask your questions. You need to, whatever. You can, take your head off and relax and get into what is it you need to get into. So Do not go into the marital covenant lightly. Do not go into the marital covenant lightly. I highly recommend anyone who's in a season to do marriage or is getting ready for marriage to make sure they take premarital guidance. You're not doing premarital guidance just because it's the right thing to do, just because, you know, this is one of the check-offs, you know, said that I did it. No, you're doing premarital counseling to invest in your future marital covenant. Listen, God honors the covenant. God honors the covenant. And if you do your part, God is going to honor that. God is going to look back and say, oh, okay, I remember you took your premarital counseling. So you remember when we brought this up? You remember when this came up? You remember when this came up? God honors that. God honors that. And this is his covenant. It's just not about the husband and wife. It's the husband and wife and God. You cannot do marriage without God. So God honors that. And I just feel like a lot of people are missing out on something so beautiful with not taking premarital guidance ahead of time. So that was all I wanted to share before I eat my bowl of cereal. But listen, I wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. Blessings. Oh, if you are interested in premarital, I'm so hungry right now. My mind gone. If you're interested in signing up for your premarital guidance, you may reach me, Coach T, at www.marriagechroniclesbytanika.com. Of course, I always put everything in the bottom of the videos, but I want to go ahead and say it as well. You may always visit me at www.marriagechroniclesbytanika.com, or you can visit me on my Google page, Buoyancy, Premarital and Marital Life Coaching. All right. From there, you can sign up for your sessions. Blessings.